Well, hello there, guys. Where to go from here? Well, that's a good question. So far we've taken the Iranian Communist Authority. I've also split up a few of these armies to make them more manageable, and we're sending them to different fronts here. I'm also going to take this army of 13, and in fact, if we can get this army to... No, sorry, this army's already taken. Let's take this army of 13. What about these guys? They're in Semyon Budyonny's army. So I actually want to grab these guys without touching those other ones. It's pretty hard. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove these guys from the army. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign a new general to this unit here. This is actually a pretty mixed unit, and we'll go ahead and give it to Ivan Konyev. He is an amazing general, and what we're going to do is we're going to put these guys on the Iraqi border. We know that we can get a war goal with Iraq pretty soon, too. So let's go ahead and do our best at attaining that war goal. Of course, now we're friends with the Iranians. They support our government, so they're not going to get in our way, and we should be able to go ahead and spread our Soviet tentacles. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Research slots available, and yeah, we might as well go ahead and boost up, especially our mountain infantry. We should have used that in our our Iranian campaign. That's probably one of the reasons we took so many nasty hits. We lost nearly 700,000 men in that campaign. It definitely was an amazing loss, but it was worth it to spread the Soviet power. So here we go. We're trying to improve military relations and obviously get the French to join the Comintern. They are communist, and this would be a good time for them to join, especially since their parties seem to be moving towards democracy. That's not something we really want. And in fact, even our party, and this is kind of scary, even our party over here is moving towards democracy. We're actually getting a few Trudoviks in the party, but they'll quickly be purged. Besides, we could always hire somebody for the government to purge them. All right, the Marines are finished. I'm going to build some more of these civilian factories. And also, I want some radar stations. We don't have any radar stations. Let's put one right there. Just try to get them around. We already have 7 nukes, guys, in our storage yards. And we could probably use a few more nukes, don't you guys think? Also, a few more air bases. And now let's go ahead and also get some land forts. How could I forget about this? We want to make the Eastern Front absolutely unpenetrable. And now let's get some civilian factories. So I'll drop one here, and I think that's pretty much it. Missing equipment production. Okay, we need mechanized. We've got motorized going. We might need to build a new factory. So let's go ahead and get mechanized. Would this be it? No, maybe this. Mechanized equipment. There we go, guys. So right now we just need 3. We'll start building just a few factories here. They should be able to produce it. And of course, we're still having issues with unfulfilled import requests, which is a pain in the ass, to say the least. But it's part of our struggle. Alright, let's get that MiG-9, guys. Having some jets will really improve our prestige, I think. And right now, we are 4th in the world. We're doing pretty well. But we have a lot of other things we could try. We could try taking Iraq. I'm going to go ahead and actually start justifying my war claims, justifying my war goal against it. We're going to go ahead and actually justify our war goal for all 3 states here. I don't like the fact that the British have Kuwait. That's definitely a cause of concern. But hopefully we won't have to worry about it. And it looks like Lord Edward Halifax is leading the United Kingdom right now. The UK is sticking to their guns in terms of democracy. Let's take a look at the United States. Yep, same thing here. Franklin Delano Roosevelt leading. Come on, French. I would offer them military access if I thought it would improve our relations with them at all, but I just don't think it will. And probably them being right there in Turkey is not helping our relations either. I'm assuming that that's one of the biggest reasons, but it might not be. Let's get started. We could already start drawing our battle lines in Iraq if we wanted to, guys. We could also try to consider war with the Saudis. I mean, just imagine us getting our hands on all of this oil. It would certainly be useful, but it's going to piss the rest of the world off. And I love to see that a lot of these expeditionary forces are still part of our actual army. They have not left. They haven't gone back. They refuse to leave the Soviet army. It's pretty awesome. Let's take a look and see how the East Germans are doing. I actually want to fill a non-aggression pact with the French, but let's try one with the East Germans. Make sure they know that we're their comrades. And let's take a look here. I don't know if that's going to improve our relations with the French. It would be cool if it did. French Communist strategic reasons to ally with the Soviet Union. This is actually, you want to know something, 41? I think that went up because we were nice to their friends here. So, it looks like the Communist Party will be taking over Italy very soon. When they do, we'll go ahead and release the Communist Party in Italy. That'll give them another reason we'll be bordering them. But let's see if we can release a few more parts here. Maybe we could release this part in Spain back to the Republicans here. So let's actually do that. Actually, that's going to start an entirely new state, Republican Spain. That's scary. That could start an entire war. It could kick off a war for sure. Come on, you have strategic reasons to ally with us, you fools. Okay, thankfully, Republican Spain is actually independent. It's not part of the Comintern. I'm actually happy about that. And Spain is part of the Allies, these traitors. We'll boost our party popularity in Spain for sure. Try to get them on the right path. And let's also see if we can get a non-aggression pact with the Chinese communists, and maybe this will also improve our relations. So we'll get a non-aggression pact here. They will accept. We'll improve our relations with them too. I'm hoping this will in turn improve our relations with the French, but I'm not sure. Where are these exiled divisions? Ah, yes! Get back. Actually, that's one guy. You guys can go home. These are the only guys in our army that get to go home. How about that? Wow, the call to arms from the People's Republic of China. Okay, guys, this is huge. Wow. They're fighting the state of Japan. We're gonna accept. We're gonna have to take one of our armies over here. In fact, we'll take Rozovsky's army and get back on the border of Japan. Get on the front line here first. Just bordering the Chinese People's Republic. And some of these guys can go right in and start attacking. We can't let our allies go down. And I'm not sure what this is going to do, if this is going to allow them to switch over to our faction, or if this is going to improve our relations with the French, or do nothing at all. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like it's not really improving much. We could drop another nuke on Japan, but that's definitely going to piss the world off. Alright, let's just take this area. So the French are fighting in this war too. Joseph Stalin brings revolution in Iraq. Okay. We could, of course, try for a revolution in Iraq as well, but that's going to be 2 wars going on at once. I don't know if we should do that. This Cold War is getting a little out of hand, guys, I must say. It's really turning into a Cold War for sure. Well, if we can get liberation of Iraq, we will go for it. But we can't get that justification quite yet. It's going to be quite a while before our men get here. And they're exercising, so let's make sure they stop exercising. We just want them to move. But this is going to be a long, drawn-out process. And I wonder if we accepted. I think we may have just accepted from the People's Republic of China, this tiny, tiny Chinese People's Republic. That might be the case. We'll have to see. Let's take a look at the current war. Definitely going to want to build a missile silo close by. And a reactor. And let's get a port out here. Should have done this a long time ago. Actually, I already have rockets here, so we could probably launch a nuke on the home islands. Oh, yes, we could. Should we, though? Right on Tokyo. I don't think so. We are going to ask for basing rights from Siam. Oh, they've got foreign claims with the Japanese. Son of a... You know what? Oh, man. Alright, we are going to drop a nuke. This threat is too large. Let's go. Boom! Right over Tokyo. Cannot be friendly with our enemies. And it definitely doesn't increase enemy casualties, which is kind of annoying. It just seems to screw with the enemy infrastructure, etc. In fact, that didn't even lower their tension. So once again, we're at war with frickin' Japan. This is a nightmare. Okay, we do have a port here, so I'm going to select a naval invasion order. And before I actually send them here, I need to get them trained. Or not trained, but prepared, I should say, is the correct word. Select all. Wait a minute. It's not a valid province for invasion? Well, damn it. Alright, we're gonna have to figure this out. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a battle line on Tokyo. Wow, so we really do need to get across. We can't get across there. Where the f can we get across? Right, select all. New naval invasion order. Gotta erase the old one. Left click. Right click. Right click. This will make a larger invasion. Okay. Here we go. So I think we only put the actual move into position when these guys are ready to move. So let's take a look here. 3 days out of 192 needed. So yeah, this is going to take a long time for this invasion to be ready. We don't want to just attack right away. We want to be prepared before we attack. So it's going to take a little while for us to get totally ready to go on this little raid, as we like to call it. But I think it's going to be effective enough to get on the Japanese coast and end this war, maybe even take Japan, turn it into a communist state, and have even more control over the area. Let's also go ahead and improve our relations with our French friends. And look at that. We've got so many troops still coming over. We're going to be invading these guys big time. Improve relations. Still at about a 71, which has been what we've been at with them for a very long time. Let's get an eel. Dan. key point bombing would be a great idea. We should have focused on all these bombing techniques before, but we weren't really focusing on planes. What is Tibet? Yeah, I thought so. We could also go to war with them. Although we'll leave that to the Chinese. So we could always go early on the invasion, but of course it's not recommended. We want to wait till we have the perfect amount of troops here. Even if our allies attack first, that's their fault. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will, of course, continue these episodes. And make sure to put some suggestions down below. So far, it looks like the world is going full Comintern. I like it. Take care, my friends. The Italians, you have joined the Allies, you bastards.